Last time on Eidolon Rock, the team finally hit the road out of Memphis and finally made some good time on their road trip. They made it all the way through Tennessee and most of Virginia, or East Virginia, that is, when they ran into President Dracula of all people. He could sense their Eidolons and smell Ron's blood on them and was about to kill them when they managed to pull some fast-talking to convince him to come along with them to New Jersey. I'm sure this is gonna go completely fine. The following is a letter written by Dr. Abraham Van Helsing in Toledo, Ohio, to Jonathan Harker in London, England, in the year 1899. The letter was burned after it was read, and both parties went missing shortly thereafter. However, through the power of me, an omniscient narrator, we can present to you the contents of this letter. To my dear friend and compatriot, Jonathan Harker, I am writing this letter in a state of great urgency. There are many things I must relate to you regarding my trip to America, and I must unfortunately request your assistance, as the situation is quite dire indeed. Please read this letter only in privacy, and burn it once you have memorized its contents. I have learned Dracula's purpose for coming here to Ohio. As I told you in London, he intended to meet with a steel magnate named Mr. Burgess Joseph. Mr. Joseph has discovered something quite strange indeed. I have only had a limited time to investigate and research his discovery myself, but I believe he has discovered a location here on this earth that is somehow closer to the Lord's domain than most. An unassuming field in which one might make contact with the divine. Mr. Joseph himself has made the excursion to and from this heavenly realm. He describes it as a grand palace attended by servants and angels. His description brought to mind John 14:2. In my father's house are many mansions. Mr. Joseph intends to construct a university on this plot of land in order to further study this strange phenomenon and find more bright and industrious young minds to invite to this estate. I have been told that the angels there have denied me from this realm, and honestly I find that entirely agreeable. I am quite advanced in years, and I imagine I shall see this heavenly estate soon enough as it stands. I thank them for not rushing my inevitable journey, curious though I may be. In order to construct his university, Mr. Joseph required funds. Our friend, the late Count, somehow caught wind of this, and seems to have reached out to offer Mr. Joseph funding, no doubt in order to reach this heavenly estate himself. I shiver to contemplate what may have happened had he corrupted such a holy place. Our success in London was more significant than we realized. However, Mr. Harker, I have not yet reached the urgent portion of this correspondence. You see, I regret to inform you that we have not yet succeeded. I have made a fatal error. Count Dracula had in his castle 3 ghastly vampire brides, each nearly as terrible as the man himself. They have learned of their husband's demise, and they are even now attempting to track me down. No doubt they seek to extract from me the location of their husband's remains, so that they might revive them. And while I am a man of strong resolve, I fear I will be unable to withstand the 3 of them alone. I ask you now for a grave favor. Please understand that I do not ask this lightly. Leave your home. Do not tell your darling Mina where you are going. Book immediate passage for the United States and meet me in the city of Toledo, Ohio. I am now living there under an assumed identity in order to remain hidden from Dracula's brides. You will find me under the last name of Brooks. All of you are in Dracula's presidential limo, traveling north from Virginia towards Washington, D.C. I think everything is a little odd and uncomfortable. Dracula is still very suspicious of all of you.
Can't imagine why.
How are you breaking the ice?
Chili is ignoring him because he was mean to her and is just doing that thing dogs do in the car when they're excited and just running back and forth from window to window.
Hey, do one of you have, like, a leash for this thing?
No.
She's a colleague, sir?
Okay, well then, do you get her to just sit still?
I mean, we can ask her politely, but...
Oh my god.
She's part of the team.
I just don't want an animal running all over my limo. That feels like a reasonable...
You should have thought about that before you had the Secret Service grab us.
I stop and lay down on the seat next to him and just look up at him, pleadingly, I guess.
He just kind of stares at you and then looks away and scoots just an inch away from you.
I scoot exactly the same distance and just sort of nudge my head towards his hand.
He completely ignores it, and the rest of you can see his, like, jaw is set and, like, his eyes are, like, half-lidded, just, like, in just resigned anger.
Wow.
I look at the group and just kind of give a, like, I guess the Fox equivalent of an eye roll.
This guy's suspect.
This fucking guy.
Chris shrugs.
Alright, so I'm still not entirely clear on everything, and more to the point, Luke doesn't totally remember everything we talked about last time.
Mm-hmm. I'm listening, yes.
Yeah, so just run me through this one more time. What is happening?
We're just taking a suitcase to New Jersey for Lady Luck. And as I recall, you don't like her.
It's less that I don't like her and more that she definitely doesn't like me.
Okay. So I don't think she likes us either. It's complicated.
She hasn't been treating us like she likes us very much.
I mean, she did put a doomsday clock in my friend here, so probably not too fond of him.
I mean, that's just kind of how she is.
Yeah. I mean, that's not good, though.
Yeah, didn't really say that it was. Yeah, I might have reneged on a deal I made with her, like, 15, 16 years ago. And haven't seen her since then, but I can't imagine she's thrilled.
What deal?
I was gonna help her, I told her I was gonna help her, get rid of the estate, cause the total eclipse of the heart, all that good stuff, and, didn't really want to do that, so didn't.
We still really don't know what the estate is.
Yeah, I was
We
gonna
definitely
ask.
don't know what a total eclipse of the heart is.
Like, I found...
Right.
I did find a journal with, like, a mansion-looking thing.
Wait, what journal?
Written by Dracula.
What?
Was maybe an ancestor of yours?
Maybe. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, that's probably what it was. Anyway. Yeah. Okay. So the estate. It's, how do I explain this to a bunch of people that haven't seen it? Imagine if, like, reality was a big ugly house. And that's pretty much it, really.
Well, then why do you need to destroy it?
Well, they kind of built that house using, it's in a place where you can't exactly get, I don't know, power lines, so instead it's powered by this thing called the Heart of Glass, and the Heart of Glass is kind of made out of, this, entity called Teoth, who, Lady Luck cares for a lot, and she's kind of a prisoner in there. Sort of. She might be dead. I don't totally get how it works.
She did mention something about a girlfriend, yeah.
Yep, yeah, okay, that's Teoth.
Okay. Huh. So if she gets Teoth out of there, then reality just stops functioning?
Yeah, more or less,
Oh, that's bad.
I agree. That's why I didn't go through with helping her.
And I assume there's, like, not really a... Well, is there any sort of way to, like, replace the power supply to reality?
If there is, I don't know. I mean, honestly, the estate and the heart was kind of made to fight off Teoth. Like, keeping her at bay is sort of one of the points of it, so letting her go but replacing her with something else kind of would defeat the purpose.
Well, what does she do?
Nothing. Nothing.
She does nothing.
Yes, yeah, that's correct.
Now, is this like a wordplay thing, or do you mean she just sits around?
I mean that she literally does nothing. She produces, like, nothingness.
Oh, like a dark matter sort of situation.
Sure. I don't know science, but yeah, let's go with that.
Oh, I can explain it to you.
He just kind of darts his eyes to you and glares and then turns back to the humans. Would love to hear Chili the Fox's explanation of dark matter, though, even though Dracula doesn't.
Okay, so there's matter, right? That's like stuff. Dark matter is stuff, but, like, it's harder to see because it's, not lit.
Yeah, you pretty much got it, Chili.
Good effort.
Anyway,
So
that's the basic idea here.
So if her goal is to free Teoth, why does she need a bunch of vials of your friend's blood?
Man, I got no fucking idea. I have not been to the estate in a long time. I don't know what's going on.
How do you even get there?
Well, you kind of have to be invited.
Oh, so kind of like the that hotel, the Neutral Milk Hotel.
The what now?
Oh, it's like a hotel that exists outside of normal time and space and, like, can be accessed by multiple dimensions simultaneously. Lady Luck let us hide out in there for a couple times because it's pretty much the only place we're safe from the assassins trying to murder us.
Wait, have you mentioned the assassins before?
Did we not mention the assassins?
Yeah, no, there were assassins trying to kill us.
You might have mentioned the assassins. You've been giving me a lot of information that doesn't make a lot of sense.
So here's the thing about the assassins. At least one of them was sent by Lady Luck, even though she theoretically wants us doing her dirty work. She said it was just because she would get bored otherwise, which seems...
Something about throwing pennies in a dryer? I'm not sure I get it still.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. I think I actually have a pretty... I kind of get that side of her, and I can probably help you out with that, actually. We got time. We got a long drive here. We can how does everyone feel about watching a movie?
Hell yeah, I love
Actually,
movies.
yeah, sure.
All right, great. He hits a remote. He's like, I love this movie. It's fucking great. And a TV comes out of the ceiling and Joker starring Joaquin Phoenix starts.
I would not expect that.
Oh no.
I'm glad that for all the changes we've made to the pop cultural landscape of the Eidolon timeline, the things that really matter are still the same.
Well, here's the thing about Joker. In the real world, it was a very successful, popular movie that also people fucking hate. So if you invert that, like we do with the PSP or whatever, you end up with the same thing.
Awful. Rancid.
How long do you let the movie Joker play before you say something?
I'm not stopping it. Harvey fucking loves it.
Chris is just gonna pull his PSP out and start playing a game.
I think Chili's gonna go over to Chris and watch the game because that's more interesting.
You could have just said, like, Joker, and I think we would have got it. We don't have to watch the whole movie.
No,
Would it be rude to play Castlevania?
Wait, does Castlevania exist?
Yeah, there's a real question whether Castlevania exists as a franchise without, like, the story of Count Dracula.
That's true, yeah. Bram Stoker, wow, I messed up that pronunciation real bad. If Bram Stoker's Dracula is not a book that exists, then I don't think Castlevania would exist.
And if it doesn't exist because this story is a sequel to Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Wait, does that mean that Blade doesn't exist either?
fuck?
Yeah, I think vampire media in general doesn't really exist because it's all derived from Dracula.
We can't talk about motherfuckers trying to ice skate uphill.
Now,
We can't.
We do know there is an image of Count Dracula on the backlash of Elvira and the Party Monsters, which raises some questions.
I think the canonicity of Bumper to Bumper, that's extended universe, that's Eidolon Legends. That goes on a different tab in the wiki.
Oh, you might think that. You might think that. Don't count your chickens.
Yeah, I think as you protest, Virginia's like, oh, he's right with Harvey, like, shh, shh, shh. And I think probably he starts yelling at Chris and Chili to pay attention during a cool part. I have not actually seen Joker, so I don't know what the cool parts are.
Me either. I'll just assume there's some explosions somewhere happening. Dracula
Something probably explodes at least once in that movie, right?
Yeah, Dracula seems like the type of person who appreciates Michael Bay films. He watches for the explosions.
When Joaquin
Right.
Phoenix comes on screen, Virginia elbows Harvey and goes, "That's the Joker."
Anyway, yeah, I think time passes as you're watching Joker, as you pass into, you leave Virginia and enter Columbia, the capital state. The District of Columbia gained statehood in the run-up to the 2008 elections, when President Dracula needed to pack the Senate in order to push through a controversial constitutional amendment that disbanded the Supreme Court along with the entire legislative branch of the federal government.
Oh.
While the amendment passed through Congress and the Senate by razor-thin margins, it was ratified by overwhelming majorities in all 51 states. And following the amendment, all federal legislators were executed live in the single most popular event in television history.
Fuck yes.
Yeah, that would whip, actually.
Yeah, you keep saying Dracula's a villain, but...
Shortly thereafter, the Dracula administration announced that one state would have its statehood revoked so that no changes would need to be made to the American flag. After several weeks of deliberation, the president declared that Washington would be absorbed by the state of Oregon, both to reduce confusion between Washington State and Washington Columbia, as well as because, quote, I mean, come on now, those are both the same state already, let's stop kidding ourselves.
He's right, though.
Federal elections and term limits were completely abolished in 2012, an event that analysts predicted would lead to intense blowback and riots, but which the American people surprisingly accepted, with the common consensus being that no one would do a better job than Dracula anyway, so he may as well remain president for life. Politics have largely left the public discourse. For some reason, despite the tremendous shifts in the very foundations of America, people tend to find the subject boring and difficult to concentrate on. No one even seems to notice that Dracula doesn't seem any older than he was when he first took office in January of 2005. Meanwhile, the capital itself has undergone serious renovation in President Dracula's eternal second term. As discussed previously, a number of major buildings and landmarks have doubled in height as a second inverted duplicate of themselves were built on top of them. Furthermore, a 30-foot moat has been dug around Capitol Hill and filled with molten lava imported directly from Hawaii, the lava state.
Glad we could get Hawaii in there somehow.
Yeah, I don't think we were making that one on the road trip.
No. Only if the plane thing worked out, and even then, it'd be kind of a stretch in a Cessna.
Honestly, I'm kind of surprised we didn't just give up Alaska.
And let the Russians win?
I was going to say Canadians, but sure.
No, we give it to Canada.
And let the Canadians win?
Yeah, I mean, why not? How long is Joker?
What's the running time of Joker? Let's find out.
Joker 2019. It's gonna be so long. I'm gonna
2 hours and 2 minutes.
Ugh.
Movies are too long these days.
What's funny is I saw that, I'm like, well, that's not as long as I thought it'd be.
Too long. Too fucking long.
I was expecting at least 40 more minutes than that.
Can you imagine watching 2 hours of Joker? Ugh.
I become the Joker.
I can barely imagine watching 2 hours of anything.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I think outside the limo you can see the bizarre skyline of Washington, Columbia, with all of its inverted, double-sized buildings.
God, the Washington Monument must be the most precarious structure in the world.
Yeah, that one's tricky. There's definitely like a Lincoln Memorial with an upside-down Lincoln in it.
Yes. and if you go there, it comes to life and you fight it.
I had the Nega Lincoln.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, how far away is DC from New Jersey? It's not that far, right?
Not that far. DC
Cool.
to New Jersey.
I mean, it's up through Delmarva, and then you're practically there already.
Yeah, 3 hours and 31 minutes.
Hell yeah.
Plenty of
Just
time.
enough time to watch Joker twice and then some.
Harvey, no. Harvey, no.
I'm not watching Joker again.
But it was so good.
No, that was dog shit.
What? Come on, that was great.
No, I didn't like it.
I mean, it's fine, I guess. It was no Riddler, though.
Listen, obviously it's not as good as Riddler.
You like Riddler? Oh my god, you people are lame.
Oh, well, sorry.
I mean, Riddler has death traps in it.
Boy. Dracula's unimpressed with your taste in film.
Well, I'm unimpressed with him in general.
Have you not seen the with the question marks? I would love a question mark jacket, actually. Oh shit, how much do you think it would cost to get a custom jacket?
I think you could pull off a pretty good Riddler cosplay, Harvey.
Are you
Hell
telling me that pinball jacket you're wearing wasn't a custom jacket?
Oh no, I won this at a tournament.
Yeah, at the Pinball Masters.
Okay. Ask a stupid question. But yeah, you've got 3.5 hours to go to get to New Jersey, and you have probably 15 hours left on the clock. You're doing great. You got this.
Nothing could possibly go wrong.
Nothing at all. As the limo drives over the drawbridge over the lava moat, because the highway cuts through Capitol Hill.
Wait, why is it a drawbridge?
I mean, if you have a lava moat, you need a way to, cut people off.
I guess I was thinking about, a normal drawbridge that they would use in modern times to let boats pass by.
Yeah, no, I think Dracula looks at you and you ask that and just says, why would it be anything other than a drawbridge?
Yeah, I guess I wasn't thinking.
Clearly.
Mr. Dracula, sir?
Yep.
Do you have Digimon the movie?
No. What is that?
Oh, they're like Pokemon, but more popular and successful.
Chili, if you want to watch Digimon, I think I've still got a UMD.
Dracula pours himself a drink.
Red wine, huh? Nice taste.
Chris loads the UMD of, the UMD of Digimon out of, one of his cargo pant pockets.
Yeah.
And puts it into the PSP, so he and Chili and Flamingo Chris can watch it. Flamingo Chris is, in a picture-in-picture.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Just making the president miserable.
Listen, that soundtrack whips. He cannot be upset about this.
The president likes cool and badass movies like Joker, not lame baby movies like Digimon.
Maybe he should watch it. He might like it. The part where all the kids send all the emails?
I'm not watching the Digimon movie.
Your loss.
And it's got really great messages,
I'm...
about friendship.
Oh boy. How long did you say we had to get there?
3
I don't know,
hours or so.
3 hours or so?
Okay, I can do 3 more hours. I can do 3 more hours.
I don't know what else I'm supposed to do.
This
with
week
you.
on Jackass, trolling Dracula.
Harvey, as you're waiting for the drawbridge to lower, you suddenly feel a tightness in your chest.
I think I just sort of you know that thing where you sort of just wrap your knuckles against it? You're trying to quiet it down? I think he does that.
Oh, against your clock?
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing happens. You don't have a good view of the clock, because it's on your chest, but looking down, you can see that it does not have the time on it right now.
He's just gonna turn to Virginia and give her a little nudge. Hey, is it me or is the clock gone?
Oh, no, it's, I mean, the clock is there, but the time isn't.
Yeah, Virginia, it says, in all capital letters, multi-ball.
Oh, it says multi-ball.
What?
And it's like blinking.
That doesn't make any sense.
Did you program it or something?
I don't think I would even know how to start with that.
Did you make it into an LED?
How could anyone modify something Lady Luck did?
Well, I don't know.
Harvey, here it goes again, rockets out of your hand and smashes through Dracula's wine glass as he, ducks out of the way.
Harvey?
And it smashes into, one of the bulletproof windows and then bounces off of it. It doesn't break through it, and, hits another one and is just ricocheting all over the limo. And Dracula is just yelling, Jesus Christ, what is going on?
Chris,
I don't know. This is new. This is a new one.
Chris, falls to the floor to, and puts his hand over his head.
I think Harvey's going to just hold his hand up and try and recall it.
It smashes into your hand hard enough that, it sprains your wrist a little bit. And as it bounces off, you see that there are 2 balls now.
Okay, new plan. We need to roll down the windows.
Harvey, is your Eidolon doing the same thing that Chili's did?
It seems like it, yeah.
It's hard to count because they're moving so fast. You think there might be 3 balls now.
Harvey's just frantically trying to find a way to roll down the windows.
Okay, this is way too many balls for us to handle.
I don't know. There's only 3 of them, and there's 5 of us.
I think, Harvey, you managed to roll down a window just as all 3 of them hit you on the back of the head, knocking you through the window and outside.
Oh! Am I able to cling onto the window itself?
Give me a beat the odds plus POW.
Alright, let's do it.
Yeah, please do not fall into lava.
Yeah, there's a guardrail, on the bridge here, but it's, not a high guardrail.
So, that's a 6, so if anybody could assist me, that'd be great.
I'll give it a shot here. Let me see here. Roll some dice. Okay, that's a 9 total.
Alright, so that brings it up to a 7.
That brings it up to a 7.
Yeah, so as he flies out, I'll reach out to him.
Okay, Chris, you grab his hand, and you are now kind of blocking him from the pinballs, but they are pounding on the back of your body. If you're gonna keep holding on to him, you're gonna advance your damage track.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep holding on to him. Or can I... Well, I guess I have to take the consequence first, but I'd like to do something after that happens.
Yeah, okay.
So I'd like to use... as the pinballs are hitting me, Chris says, "Oh, alright, we gotta do something about this. Iron Spy, magnetize." Iron Spy will reveal itself and place a palm out. And you see electricity sparking across the palm, and then a little sort of ball of electrical energy comes out and tries to attract the pinballs to it in sort of a gravity well kind of thing.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what that would be. POW sounds okay to me. What does everyone else think?
I think POW works.
Alright, yeah, give me beat the odds plus POW.
Okay. That is a... Let's see, 5, 6... That's an 8.
8, okay. Yeah, you managed to magnetically attract them to Iron Spy's hand, but they are fighting it very hard, and it is taking all of your concentration to, keep them held and, keep them from bouncing around. Harvey, you're outside of the limo, holding on to Chris, but as you look around, you see that, you know, it's good that he grabbed you, but, you're on solid ground. The guardrail is about, 10 feet away from you. There is molten lava below that, but, you're okay.
Yeah, alright. This is fine. What are we gonna do about these fucking things, though?
I know. Hopefully something. I'm not sure how much longer I can keep this up.
What is going on?
So this happened one time before, actually. Did you ever see Eidolons just sort of go crazy like this?
I haven't. Whose is this?
This is mine, sir.
Great. All of a sudden, Dracula jumps up and his hand flashes red hot as he just burns through a wall of the limo and just walks towards you, Harvey, with this white hot hand.
Okay, let's think about other ideas to handle this, because we've done it before, it's been fine. Just...
I just talked to mine. I don't know if yours can do that.
I have had enough. You people are exhausting enough when you're not about to take my head off because you can't control your Eidolon. I'm not putting up with this, and he's reaching towards you, Harvey. You can feel heat radiating off of his hand.
I'm gonna attack him.
All right, yeah, give me a scrap. Describe how you're attacking him.
I'm darting out of the car and just like going for his like the back of his legs to try and knock him over.
Okay, yeah, give me that scrap.
That is an 8.
8. Okay, yeah, you choose what advantage you want.
I think I want to take control of the situation.
Okay, yeah. I think you, lunge at his legs, and the hand he was reaching out towards Harvey, he sweeps toward you, and it kind of scorches you a little bit. Advance your damage track, but describe how you take control of the situation.
I guess I'm just going to knock him off balance enough that I'm now standing between him and Harvey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Harvey, behind you, you can hear the sound of, like, metal stress as the guardrail rips open slightly and curls around, and the metal of the guardrail warps to take on a familiar shape to you. It sort of stretches out in front of you slightly in the shape of pinball flippers.
Oh boy, alright.
Hello, it's me, Luke, the GM, and one of the people that makes the game that I GM. It's not that complicated, but I find myself struggling to explain it succinctly every single week. I thought about doing this ad break in character as President Dracula, but then I realized that when I had to read everybody's names, he would probably be, like, sneering and sarcastic and mean about people's names, and probably wouldn't, like, try to, like, he would just fuck up the pronunciation on anything that was, like, more than 2 syllables and not care to fix it. And I didn't want to do that to people, but I couldn't betray the integrity of 44th President of the United States, President Dracula, the greatest character ever written into fiction. So, I couldn't do it. Then again, I don't really do a voice for Dracula, I just kind of do my normal voice, so for all you know, I am in character as Dracula right now and doing an elaborate ruse to convince you that I'm not. Dracula does be sneaky that way. Anyhow, where was I? Patreon. That's where I was, and it's where you should be too. More specifically, patreon.com/Eidolon playtest. We got all sorts of cool stuff over there for you if you give us just a little bit of money. For just $1 a month, we will give you every episode of this podcast a full week in advance. If you're listening to this on the free feed, you could have been listening to it last week. I've said it before, and I will almost certainly say it again, because I apparently think the idea of releasing an episode a week in advance is complicated and needs explained more. And now I'm just turning that, like, Dracula cynicism and rudeness inward on myself. And maybe that's really the source of that character, just all my own self-criticism projected outward. Let's do a real one-man inside the actor's studio here for, again, President Dracula. Just the most intelligent and cerebral character anyone's ever encountered in an actual play podcast. I'm getting off track a lot here. For $3 a month, you get a bonus monthly design podcast, where me and Molly hammer out some kinks in the game, and just sort stuff out. We're doing the Navigator playbook next. God, we gotta record that sometime. This is, give you a little bit of a peek behind the curtain, the Dracula cape, if you will. This is gonna be a busy recording week for us. We are recording month for us, rather. We are recording the rest of the show this month. It's gonna be releasing throughout February. I think the last episode comes out on Patreon on March 1. But we are recording the entire finale in a marathon session over the last weekend of January. I've got a lot of thinking and planning to do for that. Whew, boy. Yeah, I guess if you haven't noticed, we're running out of tarot cards. This show is ending soon. But you should still subscribe to the Patreon at patreon.com/Eidolon playtest, because that stuff's not going away. Other things might happen on this podcast feed that you'll get to hear a week in advance once the show's over. the world's ending in a few hours on the show. It can't really go on that much longer, you know what I mean? I am really having a tough time just staying on task this time. It's almost like, as an immortal being that craves the blood of life, I have become so bored by life and its infinity that I can no longer commit myself to doing things succinctly. Or I'm just kinda unfocused and tired and not doing a good job staying on task. Who can say? Anyway, at $3 a month, you also get my GM notes for every episode, get to see what I was planning for this one. For $5 a month, you get immediate access to the current draft of Eidolon Become Your Best Self, and you get the soundtrack that Maxie has made for the show, with a whole shitload of very good songs that are good to listen to. And you don't have to hear us talk over them if you pay us $5. And for $5 a month, you get your name shouted out on the podcast, like so. I want to give a special thank you to NM, Patch, Nubs, Eater of Dice, Imran Bassett, Sudzu, Mage of Spade, Joe Richard Deli, Mark Sokolov, John Brownlee, Ava, Grief Ninja, Addie Gale Ralston, Canner Vogelsang, Benjamin Lewis, Abby Tandon, Scaly Haley, Bizarre Logo, Christopher Pregados. Your name runs off the page, and I forget what it is every fucking week. One of these days, I'll remember it just from the Christopher PR. I promise. That's a Dracula promise from me to you. I mean, a Luke promise from me to you. This bit isn't funny. Why do I keep committing to it? Tabitha Spokes, Pete Shaka, Destry Hawk. Leah has taken something. What have you taken, Leah? Leah's taken all the names. Let the asking commence. Oh, shit. Drashura, Adam Levine, Tono, Electric Monster Mouse, Jeans, James Terenzia, Soda Juice, LV, Kyle Wayne LaCroix, Cassandra Mira, Smokey, Hannah, Queen Cat Attack, Dragon Girl Josie. Sorry, folks, misplaced my name. Well, I think Leia might have taken it on you, buddy. Mitchell Dill, Beardo, David, Jenny Size, Fire Princess Lily, Paradotted, Abilene, Witsu, Celeste Jennings, Johan159, Mark Myers, Sky, Eli Maroney. Getting onto that second page to give more thank yous out to people like June B, Jacob Hathcock, Jeff Dorman, Dylan Lee, Evan, Lucentia, Virgil Purcell, Liam Conlon, Rizzy, Lachlan Cleland, Ryan Ball, Ellen, Evie Helms, Erica Maybe, Striven, Casey Cosmos, Lizzie Two Shoes, Jordan Sam, and the Z Mage. Thank you. Thank you to all of you. It is incredibly kind of you to continue supporting the show. It's a great time. Thanks. If you can't afford or don't want to subscribe to the Patreon, completely understand, but we'd really appreciate it if you could support the show in other ways, such as rating and reviewing us on iTunes, or just telling your friends about us. Spread the word. You know, maybe buy a local billboard, you know, for a couple $100. Probably don't do that. That's probably a bad use of your money. I would like it if you did it. I'm gonna be honest with you. That would bring me joy, but it would be a poor use of your money. And you shouldn't do it just because of the immutable fact that I'd be personally very psyched if you bought a billboard to advertise my podcast for me. What is this? This is nothing. I'm gonna go back to the part of the show that's good, which is the part that I pre-recorded with all my friends doing fun characters and fun situations now. Bye!
Well, Mr. President, can we please not try and kill the fox or me? It's just seems not ideal.
Okay, then get your shit under control.
I don't really know how to do that. I think Harvey's going to try and... Is the limo stopped currently?
Limo stopped currently. We haven't mentioned it this episode. There is also a moving truck that's behind the limo that had a few of the busts from the field. And I think the driver of both vehicles is getting out and drawing their guns.
I think Harvey is going to scramble on top of the limo's roof. And he's just
You can't move, Harvey.
Oh, that's not good.
And you know what? You weren't right at the edge of the road before, but suddenly you can feel the edge of it at your heels. Almost like you took a step back or two without realizing it.
Okay, this is very bad. I'm honestly not sure what to do about this one. Can Can I exert any control over the flippers?
Yeah, you think, and one of the flippers moves.
All right. I guess I'm gonna try and launch myself onto the limo.
They don't reach you. You're almost standing in the middle of the drain.
Oh, great.
If this was on a pinball table.
Is anything coming towards me?
No, because Chris is still holding back the pinballs.
Has Virginia dealt in?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Might be a
Virginia,
good
deal in
time
real
for
quick.
that.
I'm the alchemist.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I want to just improve this guardrail a whole lot is what I want to do.
Okay.
I just want to make a wall so he can't fall off the back of it.
Okay, yeah, you make like a wall of glass?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, yeah, just a wall of glass appears behind you, Harvey.
Okay, well that's gonna buy me a little time, so thank you for that. Chris, I do think you need to let go of the balls, though.
All right, here they come. So I'm going to duck down as I release Iron Spy.
Okay.
Yeah, and just Iron Spy also sort of melds into the car, not trying to hide necessarily, but just getting out of the way of the balls.
Okay, yeah, all three balls come rocketing your direction, Harvey.
All right. Is there any way I can get them to come sort of veer towards one or the other flipper?
I think you can give me a beat the odds plus elegant.
All right. That's a 5.
Oh no.
So I think that doesn't go great for me.
Okay. Yeah. They smash directly into the what is usually the clock, and you can hear the glass on the screen kind of crack a little bit, and you slam against Virginia's wall, which also starts cracking. Advance your damage track. Are you at was that your first or second damage, Harvey?
That was my first damage.
Okay, yeah. And they bounce off of you once they hit you, and start ricocheting all over the road. The Secret Serviceman and Dracula have to kind of take cover as they start bouncing around wildly. They smash into the limo, and it doesn't explode in the sense that there's not a big fireball, but it explodes in the sense that all the pieces of it rip apart.
Uh-oh.
And Virginia and Chris, you're suddenly outside.
Uh-oh.
As all of the just components of the limo hover up into the air, and Harvey, you see them stretch out and twist and morph, and soon they are floating in the air like giant pinball features.
Oh, cool. Well,
I mean, it is kind of.
it is kind of cool. I'm not... But also, this is the second time in as many days that pinball has tried to kill me.
It's the second time in 3 days.
Fair.
Be optimistic.
Chris runs over to Harvey and says, "Okay, look, maybe this will be easier if we, split up the responsibilities. How about I'll take one flipper, you take the other," and as he says that, Chris has Iron Spy meld into the left flipper.
All right, I can work with that. Virginia,
What?
I need a bumper.
A bumper?
Yeah, it's something that can, what's the word? Anything that can move the balls away from me and onto the flippers. Some sort of triangle thing, or a ramp, a magnet. You can't do magnets. Magnets aren't your thing. But
She could do chutes, though. She could make chutes of glass.
Shoots would be great.
Oh, okay. I'll give that a shot.
Give me, mold reality.
Yeah. Okay. That's a 6, baby.
Is there any way that I can assist? You know what? I think I'm going to try to assist by just describing in detail a pinball playfield.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, give me that roll.
Alright, so that's going to be a 9. Let me just look something up real quick.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Is it 9 on the die?
It's 9 on the die plus 1 from our tie.
Yeah, so...
Okay, so 10, so that pushes it up to a 7. Harvey, you're giving Virginia a very in-depth description of how pinball chute should be constructed, and guiding her to slowly weave shoots in the air, which this magic impromptu pinball table seems all too eager to take on. Meanwhile, as you're doing this work, though, Dracula is yelling at the Secret Serviceman next to him, like, why are you getting down? Shoot him! Just kill him and it goes away! Just shoot him! And the guy is drawing his gun to do exactly that. Who does what?
I'm gonna send Little Eyes over to him and tell him that things will be very bad for everyone if he shoots Harvey.
Okay, give me a beat the odds plus glam. +1 for Eidolon.
Yeah, that is a 10.
10. Okay, yeah. The agent just, like, draws his gun on Harvey, but just, like, hesitates and doesn't shoot. Seems a little confused, doesn't know what to do. And Dracula just kind of like, oh, god damn it. I hate today. And he just slaps the guy with a burning hand, melting his entire skull off of his shoulders.
Whoa!
And
Alright, bud!
grabs the gun out of his collapsing body's hands, and points it at you, Harvey, to shoot you.
Alright. Can I attempt to fire one of the balls at him?
Yes, go for it. Beat the odds plus elegant.
That's Snake Eyes.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna maybe re-roll. Should I bother re-rolling? I feel like I do have a +2 for elegance. So I've got like a 50-50 shot.
How do you feel about getting shot?
I mean, it'd take me down to at least battered, but I've been shot before, it's been fine. So, yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, Dracula shoots you. He's not a very good shot. He gets you in, like, he clips your leg. He doesn't even, like, get you in the leg.
Designated protagonist area.
Still not good, though.
Man, imagine if he would have grabbed the gun with his burning hand.
Right?
That would have been real bad for him.
Yeah.
His hand.
Yeah, like, there's no such thing as a good place to get shot, but if you gotta be shot, getting, like, a grazing wound in your thigh is better than some places.
Okay, easy here, Joe Biden.
Damn.
Jesus.
What the?
Wow.
Harvey, do something!
I only got so many balls here. Man, this is gonna be a fun episode.
Alright, well, Chris is gonna try and help Harvey out by, like, using the left flipper to, try and, like, hit one of the balls, like, up one of the chutes that, Virginia has made it into, like, I assume, like, this weird magical 3D pinball construct has, like, different targets now.
Yeah, I think there's targets made out of twisted up car parts floating in the air.
Yeah, so he's gonna shoot up to, like, you know those targets that, like, spin around? They're, like, dangling from a bar and they spin around, like, real quick when the, pinball pushes past them?
Yeah.
He's gonna aim for one of those.
Okay, yeah. Give me a beat the odds plus elegant, Chris.
Sure. That's an 8.
That's an 8. Okay. Yeah, I think it hits this spinner that you're describing, but then Virginia placed the chutes that she made very specifically, and they already seem to have been moved around, and it is going into this chute and back out directly towards the drain, towards Harvey. Real quick, I'm gonna say that actually Dracula did grab that gun with his burning hand and just burned it so hot that it just melted. The bullets didn't even, like, explode. Which is why he only shot once.
Fair enough. Alright, I have an idea.
I guess I'm positioning myself between Dracula and Harvey at this point.
Okay. I think he's gonna yell at you, Virginia. He is endangering everybody, me included, and that's fucked up. Why? Let's just kill him.
He's our friend.
Who gives a shit?
I give a shit.
We do!
Aw, I'm touched, guys.
Oh boy, no wonder Lady Luck came after all y'all. You're a bunch of fucking idiots.
Hey now. You just lost my vote, sir.
That's not a thing anymore.
Now,
That's true, it's not a thing anymore.
you said that the limo took itself apart to form all those ramps and chutes and whatnot. What happened to the liquor in the limo?
What would you like to have happened to the liquor in the limo?
I would like it to be, maybe positioned like a bumper or a drop target, possibly where if I hit it, it will spill over a burning hand.
Fuck!
Yes.
Yeah, give me Beat the Odds plus Elegant, Harvey. That's gonna be the main thing I say this episode.
All right, that is a 9.
That's a 9. Let me think.
Wait, I'm gonna assist with this to see if we can
Okay.
get a perfect here.
Yeah, we've already described how that assistance would work.
Alright, let's see here. That's a 6. I'm going to re-roll.
Okay.
That's much better. That's a 9 on the assist, so that bumps it up to a 10.
Alright, okay, yeah. Chris, you managed to help Harvey finesse this shot into a floating bottle of liquor. The bottle explodes when a ball hits it, and burning... just... It all spills onto Dracula and bursts into flames when it touches his hand, and he starts screaming.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
And he runs to the guard post. I'm assuming that a guard post for a drawbridge over a lava moat probably has a fire extinguisher.
Probably.
One would hope. Though I imagine Dracula is kind of lax about health regulations.
Yeah. I think the guard post has mostly just been, like, hiding.
Probably not even an FDA anymore.
More like the Federal Dole Administration.
Got him.
Damn.
I think the other Secret Serviceman, Harvey, has run off to go help Dracula, and without them distracting you, you feel like you maybe have some control over this pinball table. The problem is that, like, the way pinball works, you play until you lose, and you can't afford to lose. You're not really sure what to do here.
All right. Okay. Let me think. I could go for a jackpot. I could try and get me repositioned somehow, but that doesn't seem like that's happening. Wait, is there a way to drain the moat?
Not on this bridge.
Wait, Harvey. I remember when you were telling me about pinball, like, back before all this shit, you were trying to get me into it. Didn't you say something about, like, a lot of tables, if you get a certain score, like, the digits at the end are exactly the same? Like,
match
it'll give you
sequence,
another chance?
Yeah, but you have to... I don't know if I would have any control over what the match sequence is unless it were tied to the clock, and the clock's not moving. Is it?
The clock still just says multi-ball.
Oh, so there's no score or anything?
You don't see any score anywhere.
Now, hang on, I need to think about this for a second.
Okay.
I need to call on all my pinball knowledge.
Yeah, this Berserk mode is a little more abstract.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Well, it could be that we just need to go for the jackpot, and in this context, I'd assume that it's killing Dracula, which, I'm feeling a lot better about that than I was a few hours ago.
Why would it be killing Dracula?
I mean,
he's trying to kill you. I'm not against it. I'm just wondering.
well, there's a few ways it could be. One could be it's Lady Luck somehow manipulating the nature of my Eidolon to try and get at him before we can get at her. It's also possible that it's simply zeroing in on him since he's the, biggest deal around.
So you think Dracula is partly what's making it go berserk?
It's possible. That's the best guess I've got. And also, I don't like him, so,
Yeah, my opinion is really turning around on Dracula here.
But you do like Joker? I don't understand you sometimes.
No, I said I like Riddler.
Not you.
Oh, Harvey, you mean?
Maybe I wouldn't like Joker if I met him in real life. I guess that's how the
okay.
president is. Anyway, so you said they were in like a little booth by the side of the moat, right?
Yeah.
Is the booth on, like, stilts?
I think more like if you're going through like a parking garage, that kind of
Oh,
booth.
okay.
Like a toll
Like
booth.
a security checkpoint
Yeah.
sort of thing.
Like a
okay.
toll booth, yeah.
Where are the busts of the presidents?
They're in the moving truck off to your left, Harvey.
All right. I'm gonna try and make the busts fall onto the booth and knock the booth into the lava. I don't know if that'll
Okay.
work, but it's worth a shot.
Okay.
Should I assume that's plus Ellie?
Yeah, it's plus Ellie.
All right, that's an 8.
That is an 8. You line up the shot perfect, Harvey. Mm-hmm. You've got it. You're gonna, the truck's actually pretty far away from the booth, but you've in a split second calculated the angle you'll need to knock a pinball through the windshield of the truck to dislodge the parking brake so that it rolls forward into the booth. But as you go to move the flipper, the ball just phases through the flipper and hits you in the chest.
Okay, that's a new one.
That's just not fair.
And, as it strikes you, you feel a shock of pain, advance your damage track. But as the surprise of it moving through the bumper overcomes you, it's replaced suddenly, almost moving through your body like a shockwave from the impact of the pinball that, well, yeah, of course these pinballs want out of here, want away from you. Of course they want away from you. Who wouldn't want away from you? You're terrible. You're a burden on everything.
Yeah, I think he just sort of slumps over. He's still standing, but he's got his head bowed. I fucked it up again. What else is new?
Hey, no, look, you're doing pretty good right now. Honestly,
I'm doing good for me, Chris, and that's not saying a lot.
Look, I know I yell at you a lot, and I've called you stupid a whole lot as well, but to be honest here, I never in a million years would have thought of that solution to Virginia's problem. I thought we were doomed.
Yeah.
Even Flamingo Chris, even he couldn't figure anything out. We all screw up sometimes, But that's why we don't do this alone.
Yeah, and I don't want to leave any of you alone, but I don't see a solution here as long as I'm trying to play by the rules, and this thing just gets me worse and worse.
Since when have you ever played by the rules?
Harvey's going to look at the Washington Monument.
Okay.
And he's just going to stare at it for a little bit.
Uh-huh.
We need to knock that over.
I'm not sure what that will accomplish exactly.
I'm imagining this is in a very anime way of all of these moments and conversations are constantly being intercut with shots of pinballs with just speed lines behind them as if, this is all happening somehow in the span of a second.
Yeah, it's a JoJo exposition.
Right, yeah, it's JoJo time.
Harvey, I'm not sure how that will help anything, but also it would be pretty cool.
Listen, if it's only pretty cool, I'll take that. Virginia,
yeah.
What's your range on turning things into glass?
That's a really good question. I have no fucking idea.
Well, if you burned your last hold on, transformative vision, it's line of sight.
Yeah, it's line of sight. If I could see it, I can do it.
I need you to surround the top half of the Washington Monument with as much glass as possible. Try and weight it so it topples over. Because it does look like it's pretty close to doing that anyway.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Also think this is my last hold for this, so...
Yeah, you gotta deal in again after this.
So let's roll plus biz. That's a 10.
Oh, nice.
Oh, man. Okay, yeah, I think, a huge mass of, glass starts to crystallize on top of the inverted Washington Monument.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's been made incredibly top-heavy, but, it's not tipping over. It's still too balanced. It's going to need a hard strike to get knocked over.
Fine, I guess I'll run at it.
How close are we to it?
I'm joking.
I was like, oh, okay. Luke, give me 3 books also.
Okay, you can be the, Virtuoso, the Beast, or the, Infiltrator.
The Beast would be a hilarious way for her to, just have done something huge and then turn it into a cat.
I'm just turn into a cat. I kind of love that.
We are going with that.
Yep.
Well, I'm spent.
Harvey's chest just flashes cat mode.
You get like a shitty little animation of a cat like walking across the marquee sign.
Beautiful.
Chris, I got one idea. I need you to... This is gonna sound dumb. I need you to just sort of curl up at the tip of the flipper.
Like me, or...
Like, I mean, Iron Spy, I guess. I don't know
Oh.
how far away it can get from you.
100 feet?
I mean, you're probably gonna go flying either way with what I have in mind, then.
Alright, well... Okay. I will, like, curl up into a ball, do my best, Metroid impression.
Alright, I'm going to attempt to launch Chris at the base of the Washington Monument so that Iron Spy can punch it so hard it cracks.
Give me a beat the odds plus Ellie.
This is the weirdest fastball special.
11.
I'm still not even clear on why we're knocking over the Washington Monument.
Oh, you'll know when it happens. Anyway, that was an 11.
All right, yeah, you blast Chris. Chris, you are now... You've both fastballed special to each other at some point or another now.
Yeah.
Like true bros. And yeah, Chris, you're flying through the air. You are right on target. You're not gonna hit the base of it. You are right dead on with, like, the fulcrum point where the two monuments touch.
Alright, Chris is like... Iron Spy, like, comes out and... Like, Chris pulls his arm back as, and balls his hand up into a fist as Iron Spy mimics, his movements. And then Iron Spy cloaks its, fist in lightning. And as they're about to impact the fulcrum point, Chris and Iron Spy simultaneously punch at the fulcrum, and the blast of lightning releases like a railgun.
Give me the odds plus POW, but take +1.
Alright. 4... That's 5, 6, 7. The +1 just got me to it.
Alright, yeah, you successfully just punch, and the two tips of the two monuments just shatter. The upper monument just immediately starts to collapse and crumble. You've done it, Chris. And now you're hundreds of feet in the air with no way to land safely.
Yeah, you're on your own for this one, bud. I can't do anything about this one.
Let's see here. Unfortunately, the Washington Monument is not made out of metal.
No, it's not.
No, it is not. Is there water near it, though?
You know, there is the reflecting pool.
Yeah.
Could you have launched yourself that way?
Yeah, I'm gonna say, as I'm falling down, I'm going to try and use my parkour skills to triangle jump off of the non-inverted monument.
Yes!
So that way I dive into the reflecting pool instead.
That sounds like elegance to me, much like everything this time.
That is, double 4s, so that's a 9.
That's a 9. Yeah, you managed to adjust your trajectory to head towards the reflecting pool. I think hitting water from that high up is still gonna fucking hurt. Advance your damage track.
Yeah, it's still gonna hurt a lot. It's still gonna hurt a lot.
And yeah, you land safely in the water. The Washington Monument is collapsing. Harvey, why is this happening?
Because when it hits the ground, there is going to be a tremor, and Harvey's clock is going to read tilt.
I fucking knew it.
Oh, give me a reveal your master plan. Either Chris or Virginia roll to help because you both helped out with this.
Let's see.
Well, it's a 7, so it doesn't matter.
Oh,
Okay.
okay, yeah. And then I think your chest reads tilt. It's just like there's a bang, bang, and all of the pinball features just collapse to the ground as the Washington Monument collapses. Chris, you're in the water. You hear people running and screaming everywhere. Lava moat or no lava moat, this is still a tourist attraction.
Was, Luke. Was a tourist attraction.
I think we are terrorists now.
I mean, are they running and screaming away? Are they, like, running away from me or from the monument specifically?
From the monument!
Okay. Just want to make sure.
From the terrorism you just did!
Well,
We did do a wee bit of terrorism, lads.
I mean, it's just property.
Just a smidgen. What's a little terrorism with the boys?
Just good old-fashioned family fun.
In fact, Chris, I think probably police officers are swarming where you landed.
Let me quickly Google search what the reflecting pool looks like.
Oh, what's going on back at the bridge? I think Dracula finally got himself all, put out, and he's like stepping out of the guard booth just in time to see the Washington Monument collapse. What the fuck are you doing? And he just like elbows the still alive Secret Serviceman hard, and he draws his gun to shoot you, Harvey, as the pinball table collapses. What do you do?
Now, I would like to point out that I do have these things under control now.
Blam.
Alright, I am going to attempt to not only dodge, but counterattack Dracula.
Okay, how so?
I mean, are the balls inert?
The balls are inert.
Then I'm just gonna grab one and shoot it at him. Right in the head.
Okay. Give me a beat the odds plus Ellie. Or no, that's a fucking bombard.
That is a 10.
That's a 10. Okay. Yeah, I think you managed to rocket a ball towards Dracula's head, and it embeds itself in his forehead as he collapses backwards. Does not do much about the guy who is shooting at you, though. He shoots you square in the clock, and you collapse backwards, like onto your butt. You're right on the edge of the lava moat as the two other balls slowly roll over towards you. And Virginia and Chili, you can see that the sign has changed from multi-ball to insert credit with a countdown starting from 10. And Harvey, you can feel the life draining out of your body. And for a moment, you can feel something like, listen, that pep talk Chris gave you, it was nice and all, but everybody is risking their entire lives just to keep you alive. Without you, there's no time limit on any of this. Maybe it'd be better just to give in for the sake of everyone else. Actually, help them for a change.
I mean, should I roll to face death?
I did not say you're defeated.
Okay, I just wanted to check. Hang on, Luke. I need to text you something real quick.
Okay, yeah. I mean, you certainly could, Harvey.
I could. I feel like what I'm suggesting would have some consequences for obvious reasons.
Yeah, I think that might involve Harvey Godlove facing consequences.
He had to eventually.
What are the balls headed towards Harvey? Does this look dangerous?
No, other than that countdown is on his chest and he doesn't look good right now.
And it just says insert token?
It says insert credit, and it's, counting down from 10.
What, Virginia, what's credit?
I don't have time to explain credit right now, Chili.
Do we have any?
Don't worry about it. I got this. And Harvey's going to grab the remaining balls. He's gonna get to his feet. And he is going to charge directly for President Dracula.
Harvey?
Neither me or Virginia is physically capable of interfering with this, honestly.
I can't stop him! I'm a cat!
Give me a beat the odds, or give me a scrap, Harvey.
Alright. Motherfuck. That's a 12.
You're one good roll all day! Harvey, you start sprinting towards Dracula. The Secret Serviceman tries to shoot you again, but the pinballs rocket up from the ground. You don't have good control over them, but they're deflecting the bullets as you run. And Dracula's hands turn hot as you get close. But you just wrap your arms around him and dive into the lava moat with him.
Wah!
Good evening, Columbia. I'm Sal McDallas, here with your 6 o'clock news. Our first story tonight... hold on. My God. Ladies and gentlemen, I have just been notified of an apparent terrorist attack at the National Mall. The Washington Monument has reportedly been demolished. We are working to bring you footage of the incident as soon as possible. Please, if you are anywhere in the Washington metro area, either remain in your homes or find a safe location to shelter in place immediately. This situation is rapidly developing, and we don't know if... hold on. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, I've just received word that the presidential limousine was parked on the Southwest Dracula Boulevard Lava Moat toll bridge. Details are not yet clear, but it appears that the limousine was destroyed by a car bomb, and the president... Oh, God. Ladies and gentlemen, I am now receiving word that the President Dracula was seen falling off the bridge into the lava. The president has been assassinated. It is currently unknown if this is related to the attack on the Washington Monument, but we must reiterate that it is crucial that you do everything you can to protect yourself and your loved ones as this story develops. Why did we even have a lava moat anyway? It made perfect sense at the time, but I'm having a hard time figuring out how it possibly could have now. And why did we build a second Washington Monument on top of the Washington Monument? This terrorist attack is an unforgivable tragedy, to be sure, but that thing could have fallen over at any time. What was President Dracula thinking? What were we thinking? Eidolon Rock is produced by Audio Entropy. You can find us at audioentropy.com as well as patreon.com/EidolonPlaytest. You can follow us on Twitter at EidolonPlaytest. You can follow Maxie at Maxie Satan, Dustin at Stilts the GM, Lexi at Tabletop Gamera, Molly at Your Friend Molly, and me, Luke, at SSJ Speed Racer. Eidolon Rock will be back in 2 weeks on February 1st for Patreon subscribers and February 8th for everyone else. See you then!